Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Socke and Morrow here on Lost Temple. Here we have Morrow spawning as the light blue Terran player this time. Meanwhile, we have the dark blue Socke and dark blue Protoss player spawning over here at the 12 o'clock position. So it is going to be dark blue Protoss versus light blue Terran over here on Lost Temple. Game 1 in this matchup was really interesting. Spoiler alert, mute me for 10 seconds. Game 1, Socke did a great job with those Void Rays on Desert Oasis. Desert Oasis was changed recently with the addition of destructible rocks. So the scouting time and the use of proxy Stargate was absolutely brilliant by Socke. Socke getting 3 to 4 Void Rays fully charged in the base, and Morrow had really no way to deal with it. Socke currently throwing down that pylon over here, and currently will be supply locked for just a moment as this pylon will be completed. And now there we go, so supply lock for just about a 1 game second there. We do have a supply depot now being placed down by Morrow, and this game is underway. Will Morrow throw down on 11 racks or 12 racks? No, it will be a 12 racks as this SCV returns to work. Will we get an early refinery before a barracks? I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't look like it. Morrow keeping this one SCV over here in order to throw down 1 barracks. So a barracks now being placed down as this probe now moving out across the map. We'll go ahead and scout out this location first, activating the Zelnaga watchtower in order to reveal sight, making sure that there isn't any SCVs close by. We do see a refinery now being placed down over here by Morrow. So Morrow getting the refinery a little bit earlier than that last game, will not be going for mass marines. Morrow in the last game went for a fast expansion without a refinery because of those destructible rocks attacks. Or Socke now currently just training up more and more probes. Should be throwing down another pylon, transferring some probes into that assimilator, and then getting the cybernetics core in just a moment. We see that the probe is now moving out across the field. Will be able to check this location, and after he checks this location, he will in fact know where Morrow is. However, Morrow will quickly train up 1 marine, enabling him to deal with this early scouting probe. So that scouting probe, sorry Peppy, you may get shot down in just a moment, as we do see Peppy the probe gonna go ahead and check over here, make sure that there is no spawning location, and now the probe is gonna go ahead into this location. We do see 1 marine now already moving out. This marine moving out in order to gain sight and perhaps take down this probe. Will he be able to intercept it? Oh, he does not see the probe just in time, activating that Zelnaga watchtower. However, we do see 1 SCV now going to go head up that ramp, quickly raising that supply depot once again. And now this 1 marine over here may be able to take down this probe. That probe most likely going to be attack move. This marine wants to take it down, and there we go, attack move, attack move. Will it be enough? Needs to get off a couple more shots. One more will do it. There it goes. Down goes that scouting probe. 1 zealot over here. We do have 1 pylon in this position as well, and because this is a rather close flying spawn here, we may see another proxy Stargate, or not another proxy Stargate, a Stargate being built over here in order to fly into this position. We now see 1 marine, sorry, excuse me, 1 SCV trying to make its way into the base. We do see the Zealot now giving chase as well. However, I do not see a second Vespene Geyser. So this is all currently off of 1 gate so far. A Stalker able to take down that SCV right there. So SCV unable to get that much scouting information. He does not know if there's any sort of tech buildings. He does not know if the critical second assimilator has been laid down. Back over here, we now see more barracks being trained up, and it looks as though a factory going into a 1-1-1 build, going for a double starport. So a double starport. This is not the 1-1-1 build or the Dynasty Fist build that a lot of people like to refer to it. And it is not that build, as we are going into double starport. Now, a little bit curious as to how this is going to work. Morrow may decide to lift off this factory, drop it down, throw down another tech lab, and try to double train Banshees with marine support. I have seen that strategy. I have heard of that strategy. Never tried to execute it myself. We do have another gateway now being warped in. And the benefit of this strategy is that it allows you to get more Banshees. The Banshees are really the critical DPS unit. They attack very quickly. I'm kind of curious as to why the starport isn't lifting off and trying to reposition itself over here. As well, this factory now going to go ahead and lift off here. Why are they doing a little bit of a cross switch? Not quite sure, as now we are getting more and more marines. Morrow, however, may need a bunker in this position in order to hold off any sort of play. And now we see a pylon being positioned over here. So this is going to be a 3 gate. So it is going to be a 3 gate with the robotics facility. He will try to train up that observer, and now we do see double Banshees being trained up. There is not going to be stim pack, however, so with no stim pack, these marines are going to be rather fragile. So how is this all going to work out? Only time can tell. We do see a factory now flying in, and now that he sees that there is going to be 3 warp gates with that robotics facility, facility, he has to feel that he's in a pretty more dominant position. As soon as that robotics facility completes, he is going to try to train up one observer. That observer is going to cost 100 gas, denying Socke to get additional 2 stalkers, which will be very, very critical as well. Socke just most likely waiting for that additional gas as well, and he's only running off of 1 gas right now as that second assimilator. Will this factory get shot down? Most likely yes. And now do we see an observer? Not quite yet. Oh, there we go. There's that observer, but we already have 2 banshees in play. Sorry, yeah, 2 banshees in play. More barracks now being thrown down as well, and I do not see any researching for cloak just quite yet, and 2 more banshees as well. So these marines are now making their way over towards the stalker over here. The stalker, however, trying to use that move and attack ability. The stalker quickly getting taken down though. Or taking a lot of damage. That stalker does have a faster movement speed, so I don't know exactly why he engaged that there. He could have just moved back, not deal the damage towards those marines, and now in come these banshees. Banshees, however, dealing some significant damage. They're trying to push back. Down goes one of those banshees, so 2 more banshees will be able to join in on this fight once again. Morrow needs to keep up the macro and try to micro these banshees a little bit better. I believe a couple harvesters were taken down. Yeah, 1 or 2 harvesters were taken down in that split attack with those marines. 2 banshees, 3 banshees total, with more and more marines. So you can see this is going to be a 3 racks off of and 2 starports. The factory was taken down, so no additional starports will be able to be created. We do see a Twilight Council now coming into play, so Socke realizing that he needs to get Blink in order to keep up with those fast-moving Banshees. We do have 3 Banshees now in the air. Those Banshees moving at 2.75, so those Stalkers are going to engage, and will it be enough? Marines now coming in. SCVs are on auto-repair, most likely. No, not on auto-repair. Doing an attack move here, and just getting in the way of a lot of these units. There is 1 Observer. Force Fields now coming into position. However, Socke's army is slowly dwindling as these Marines are continuing to move out. Marines just firing under the cover and under the safety over here. No more SCVs though, so we currently have 3 Banshees, 5 Banshees joining in on this fight, and I think that's going to be too many Banshees in the air. One of these Banshees should try to pull back in just a moment. However, the Stalkers are quickly getting taken down, and that is, I believe, gotta be game. We have a 1300 versus a 100 mineral army. The Banshees now going to town on these probes over here. Two rounds of attack in order to take down 1 probe. Now all of these probes getting caught in transition once again. Another Stalker trying to pull back in. Perhaps Mule should be called down. This Nexus will get taken down. Now needing to move over here. Morrow gotta say GG, I believe. Now these Stalkers continue to be pushed. Trying to train up observers, and those observers, although they were very, very critical if Morrow had decided to research Cloak, because Morrow did not research Cloak, he forced Socke to train observers, limiting his Stalker count, and that really was the issue there. Socke could have been able to get an additional 2 to 3 Stalkers every single time you train that observer instead, just because it looked like Socke was more gas locked at every single stage in the game. Currently running off of 4 gates, could have been able to warp in more and more Stalkers, perhaps to deal more damage. However, not enough. So Marines without Stim and double Banshee able to take this game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this game 2 in a series I have between Socke and Morrow. Hopefully they do not switch colors on me once again. Stay tuned for game 3.